Good afternoon, Technosphere, and it's clearly not morning, and but it also isn't the beginning of my day. It's the close of my day. Well, not the close of, the evening of my day, and I couldn't be bothered to do the morning musing thing, and I couldn't be bothered to look up Robert Warren Dudley or his life, and then I thought, I'm not going to ever succeed in fighting the patriarchy if I can't be bothered to avail myself of information. So, I pulled my finger out and found out a little bit more about Robert Warren Dudley and his career to date. So, which would actually turn out to be more interesting than I anticipated it would. So, fucking hell. Disaster. There's always something. Can't complain about the wind blowing, can you? Anyway, so Robert Dudley began his working career after graduating with an MBA from the Methodist University of Illinois, or some such religious organisation, and he went to work for Amoco in 1979. And he was a general manager for strategy. And then BP acquired Amoco, and along with it, they acquired Bob Dudley. And he was given a similar position as being a general manager for strategy, having been acquired. Then, from 2003 to 2008, he was the president and chief executive of TNK BP. I don't know what TNK BP is, but he was the president and chief executive of that. He was appointed when BP went into partnership with Russian billionaires who called themselves AAR, and they had a joint venture headed by Bob Dudley, which was incredibly successful and increased the oil output by a third while he was in charge. Anyway, whilst there, he fell out with AAR, who accused him of favouring BP, and things all went really sour to the point where BP technical staff were banned from working in Russia, which is obviously a problem if you're an oil company. Anyway, so in June 2008, Bob Dudley had to leave Russia because they didn't renew his visa. Things had gone that badly, and he was getting a bit scared. I don't know the details. And he tried to carry on running TNK BP from outside Russia, from a secret location, but he failed, and he resigned in December 2008. He was then re-employed by BP. No, he became the managing director of BP, and given oversight of company activities in the Americas and Asia. So that was in April 2009. So I don't know, he was like technically unemployed for 4 months. Anyway, I suppose he was probably having a bit of a holiday, probably quite liked it. Anyway, he was overseeing the BP's activities in the Americas and Asia until 2010, when he was appointed the chief executive of, he was appointed chief of the Gulf Coast Restoration Organisation, who had to clean up after the oil leaks in the Gulf of Mexico. And his job was to liaise with authorities in the cleaning up efforts and to inform the public of BP's activities in the cleaning up efforts, and to analyse any of the damage caused by the oil leakage, and he did that. That was his job. Then in July 2010, I guess because he did so well, he became the CEO of BP, where he currently is still working. There was a bit of a spanner in the works, because in March 2013 there was a shareholders' revolt, and they revolted against the fact that Bob Dudley was about to be given £19.6 million for his annual compensation. And so Bob had to take a pay cut. Bob was really feeling the austerity. He really felt the pitch because they cut his compensation down to 4.7 million from 9.6, and I'm sure the family really felt that. So we have reached the end of Bob Dudley week. I might spend the weekend looking at the companies and boards that Bob Dudley is on and what they do and who the fuck they are, and but I might not. But I do feel that I now have a slightly more intimate knowledge of Bob Dudley, and I am aware that Bob Dudley is probably quite an important person in my life, and I'm glad I know his name. If anybody else finds out anything about Bob Dudley, do share.